again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. Today, we have got ourselves another light, lacy, lovely shawl, the Star Lace Shawl. We have little stars that are so adorable. It's easy, it's quick, it works up fast. Absolutely love how this project came out. Now, for this particular project, I used Lion Brand's Pound of Love in the colorway of Honeybee. And because this is such a lacy project, just composed really of chains, double crochets, and single crochets, and it's only a 3-row repeat. Yes, you heard me correctly. Also, by the way, I used a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, a size I. You can, of course, use whatever works best for you. Now, like I was saying, this is so light and so lacy that out of that Pound of Love skein that I had this much left over from it, which is, I think, enough to make a hat, actually, after doing the entire shawl. So it works up pretty nicely. Now, this was actually inspired by a stitch that I had found. Now, this is a top-down shawl. Initially, I just want to give a little smidgen of backstory here. Initially, I had seen the stitch, and so I decided to make up a swatch of the stitch. Now, this swatch is done back and forth in horizontal rows. Okay, if you want to make like a rectangular piece, just show you what we got here. So this is my swatch, and this would be a rectangle. And then I thought, I will get asked, can you make that into a triangular shape? And then I started brainstorming and thinking and pondering. Yes, I did. And so what happened was, after doing this swatch, I'm like, okay, can I make this into a triangle? And my initial work resulted in a bottom-up triangular shawl shape. And then I thought, okay, yeah, but not everybody is into a bottom-up shawl, because if you're using a yarn that changes color, you're going to end up with horizontal stripes, right? So that's when I finally hit upon this version, which is, there we go. This version, which is the top down. So if you're using a color change yarn, the color change will go in a sort of a V formation. Okay, now you really don't see that on this one because I just wanted to use a solid color. Now, with all that being said and done, if you guys are interested, I can also show you, I mean, I need your input, of course. I can also show you how to do that straight stitch, just back, forth, if you want to do a rectangular or square piece. But I thought, yes, let's start with the top-down shawl, and let's get to it, shall we? All right, enough of my yammering, and let's get to it. Alrighty. All right, so first things first with row 1. And like I said, I have my 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, a size I. Again, you can use whatever it is that you like, whatever yarn weight, whatever hook size, whatever works best for you. So we're going to start with a slip knot and a chaining up of 9. Yes, you could do a magic ring method. You could do a chain 4 and a slip stitch to that first chain to create a ring. However, I think that this works out just fine. So, I'm going to start with a chaining of 9. Now, that first chain that we make, that is going to be our ring where we work our other stitches into, and then add an additional 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we should have a total of 9. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, So that first one we're going to work into, then the first 3 after that counts as a double crochet, then the additional 5 counts as our chain 5 space. So there is a method to my madness. Now into that first chain, double crochet, and then we need symmetry, so we need that chain 5 space and a double crochet. So chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then double crochet into that same first chain. And believe it or not, that is row 1. So your piece should look something like that. All right, let us press on. Row 2. Row 2, start by chaining up 6 because we need a double crochet and a chain 3 space. So 1, 2, 3, that counts as our double crochet, and 4, 5, 6, that counts as our chain 3 space. Then single crochet into the chain 5 space. So this is, like I said, technically a double crochet and a chain 3 space. Then from here, chain 3, and then into the center spine, double crochet, and then we're going to do symmetry on the opposite side. So chain 3, single crochet into the chain 5 space, chain 3, and then double crochet. Now, if you can see, let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3. So it's double crochet into that third chain, or just double crochet into the chain space. At this point, it's really sort of a moot point. It really doesn't matter that much, but I like to get in there if I can, because I think it makes it look a little bit cleaner. There we go. Okay. And that is the end of row 2. Alrighty. Row 3. Start by chaining up 1, turn the work, and single crochet into that first stitch. Then from here, chain 3, and into the single crochet, we're going to create an arch. So into that single crochet, double crochet, chain 5, double crochet. So double, chain 5, and double crochet. Sorry about the noise of my central air. Otherwise, it gets really, really hot in here. So into that single crochet, we did the double, chain 5, double, then chain 3, and then into the center spine, single crochet, chain 3, and then into the single crochet, again, another arch. So double, chain 5, double, okay, to my double and chain 5, I need a double there, There we go. Chain 3, and then single crochet into the third chain from the bottom. So 1, 2, and 3, single crochet. And believe it or not, that is a full repeat. Now, it doesn't quite look like it makes a heck of a lot of sense at the moment, but it will. As we keep going, you will start to see the star shapes really start to pop, okay? So I am going to do multiple repeats for you because I really want to make sure that, everything is clear and understood and so on and so forth. So let's keep going, shall we? All right. Row 4, which is going to be similar-ish to our first row because we're going to start by chaining up 8. And because we had that initial chain and then we chained up 8 and we started with our 2 big clusters. So start off by chaining up 8, and that's going to count again as a double crochet and a chain 5 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a double and a chain 5 space. Into this single crochet, do a double crochet. So we're creating an arch right out of the gate. Then chain 3 and single crochet into the previous row's arch. Chain 3, and then the center spine, we have a single crochet. Now, because it's the center spine, we need 2 arches back to back. So after doing the single and the chain 3, going to go into that single crochet in the center spine with a double, chain 5, double, double, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double. So we have an arch. Then, because like I said, we need symmetry, chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double into the same single crochet stitch at the base here. So that we have 2 arches mirroring each other. And I messed that up. There we go. Okay, so right now we've got 2 chain 5 arches back to back. And then from here, chain 3, single crochet into the arch down below, chain 3, and into the single crochet at the end, we need another arch. So into that single, do a double, chain 5, double, double, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double into that same stitch. Voila. And if you lay it out, it will look something like this. Now, if you look closely, can't quite see the stars just yet. We're getting there. Actually, 1, 2, 3. These 3 spaces, it's half of a star right there. We'll get there. We'll get there. You'll start seeing results. Trust me. All right, let's keep going. Row 5. Okay, So we just did our arches. Now we need to do our chaining up of 6 because we need a double crochet and a chain 3 space, and to ultimately do a single crochet into this first arch. It will make more and more sense as you keep doing the repetitions. Trust me. So chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn the work and single crochet into this first chain 5 space, this first arch, chain 3. Okay, skipping right along to this single crochet right here, going to create an arch into there. So into the single crochet, double, chain 5, double, double, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double, chain 3, and right here is our center spine. Now, you might want to actually mark where your center spine is in case if you get lost, which is easy to do. You could use a stitch marker or a piece of scrap yarn, whatever. It's totally fine. So after doing our arch into this single crochet, into this arch, single crochet, chain 3, and double crochet into that central spine. Come on. I'll get there. Seriously, I will get there. There we go. Okay, so double crochet into the center spine, then chain 3, and into this chain 5 space, this arch, single crochet, then chain 3, and into this single crochet here, we need another arch. So into the single, double, chain 5, double. That's 3, 4, 5, and another double into that same stitch to create the arch. Okay, we got the arch, chain 3, and then into the arch at the end, single crochet, chain 3, and then double crochet into the third chain from the bottom. And there you go. Okay, so actually, at this point, you can see we have a nice completed star, a 6-pointed star, more or less. All right, and then we also have another one right here. Okay, all right, so let us proceed on to row 6. Okay, row 6. I'm going to start off with a chaining of 1 and a single crochet. Now, when working this project, I find that what works for me as far as what's easiest is picture you're going from, big, medium to small. Starting off with your chaining of 8, then your chaining of 6, and then your chaining of 1. It sort of shrinks down. And so chain 1, turn the work, into the first stitch, single crochet, chain 3, and into that first single crochet here, right here. Going to do another arch, so that's double, chain 5, double. You have to yarn over first, silly. Double, chain 5, and double. There we are. Then chain 3, single crochet into the chain arch space, right there, chain 3, and then into that next single crochet, another arch, so that's double, chain 5, double, double, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double into the same stitch, chain 3, and into the center spine, single crochet, chain 3, into the single crochet, another arch, so that's double, chain 5, double, there we go, chain 3, into the chain space of the arch, single crochet, chain 3, into the single crochet over here, another arch, so that's double, chain 5, double, there we go, and then to finish up round 6, chain 3, and single crochet into the third chain from the bottom, and there you go. Now, you're probably going to start seeing your stars really starting to form and pop. So the other thing about how the repetition works, so for this row that we just did, we started with a single. In the center spine, we had a single, and then at the end, we ended with a single. When it is when we're working with the other two rows, say the row where you start off with an arch with your 8 chains, then when you're at the center spine, you have 2 arches right next to each other. So that's the one arch right next to the other one. When you start over here with your chaining of 6, so that's the chain 3, the double crochet and a chain 3 space, that's what you end up with in the center spine and at the end. So it's all about mirror images and symmetry. So going to do another full repeat for you guys because I like to be thorough and I like spending time with you guys. So let's do a full repeat, okay? Okay. All right, so row 7, I'm saying that it's going to be rows 7, 8, 9 are going to be the repeat for the pattern. However, personal preference is ending your project on a row 8. That is my personal opinion. Take it for what you will. But row 7, going to start off with a chaining of 8 because we had our arch here, then the chain 6 here, and then the chain 1 here. So it's 1, 2, 3. It's always 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we need to start off with an arch. So chain up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and turn the work. It's not just me telling you what we're doing, but I want to tell you why we are doing what we are doing so that it makes sense, so that you can understand what it is that we're doing a little bit easier perhaps. So double crochet into that first single crochet stitch. So we have our arch, chain 3, single crochet into the arch chain space from below, chain 3, do an arch into this single crochet. So that's double, chain 5, double, there we are, got our arch, chain 3, and then we have not quite reached the center spine, but we're getting there. So into this chain space of the arch, single crochet, chain 3. Okay, now into the center spine, this single crochet here, we need 2 arches back to back. So after chaining 3, into the single crochet, double, chain 5, double into the same stitch. So that's 1 arch, we need another one. So chain 5, and double into the same stitch. So that's 3 doubles separated by chain 5 spaces for the center spine. Then from here, chain 3, single crochet into the arch chain space, chain 3, into the single crochet, another arch, so that's double, chain 5, double, double, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double into the same stitch, chain 3, and then into this arch, this chain space, single crochet, chain 3, and then into the last single crochet we need another arch. So double, chain 5, double. There we go. And that's the end of row 7 for the repeat. Now, like I said before, you can end on any row that you want to out of the 3-row repeat. If you want sort of like this billowy tip to the point of your shawl, and if that's your preference, more power to you. It's the next row, that's the one that I personally prefer, and I'll show you. All right, so let's proceed on to row 8. All right, so row 8 is going to be starting off with a 6 chain, because last row we started with an 8, so chain up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we need a double crochet and a chain 3 space so that we can do a single crochet into our first chain 5 space. There we are. Chain 3 into the single crochet over here. We need another arch, so double, chain 5, double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double into the same stitch. Chain 3 into the next chain space of the arch, single crochet, chain 3 into the next single crochet, another arch, so that's double, chain 5, double. Okay, and double into that same stitch, chain 3. There we go. Okay, so this is the center spine with our 2 arches next to each other. So into the first space, single crochet, then chain 3, double crochet into the center spine, chain 3, and single crochet into the next arch space. There we go. Chain 3 into this next single crochet. We need another arch, so that's double, chain 5, double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double into that same stitch. Chain 3, single crochet into the arch chain space, chain 3, pull out some more yarn as needs be, into the single crochet over here. We need another arch. So basically you're probably seeing the pattern. If you see the single, if you see the single, then you need to do an arch. If you see the arch, you need to do a single. It's sort of, compensating for each other as we keep going. So after doing the single and the chain 3, and we see the single over here, we need to do the arch. So that's double, chain 5, double. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double into the same stitch. Chain 3. Okay, and then into our last space here, single crochet, chain 3, and double crochet into the third chain from the bottom. There we are. And so that's the end of row 8. Now, like I was saying previously, this is the row that I prefer to end on because I like the way that the tip of the shawl looks. It's not too billowy compared to the last row. Personal preference, all right? So we are going to proceed on to row 9 for the full repeat, and there we go. All right, so row 9 for the repeat. It's the last row of our 3-row repeat. To reiterate, on row 7, we started with an arch. Row 8, we separated that arch, so we went from chaining up of 8 to chaining up of 6. Now we're only going to chain up 1. So we have that sequence going on. So chain up 1, and then into the first stitch, single crochet, and then chain 3. Okay, so into our first single crochet, we need an arch. So double, chain 5 double. So I got the chaining of 5 and then a double. There we go. Chain 3 into the arch chain space, single crochet, chain 3 into the single. We need an arch, so that's double, chain 5 double. See, the thing that I really like about this particular pattern is that once you get used to, and once you get the hang of the beginning and end of the row and how the center spine works, and the center spine works the same as the beginning and ends of the row, on the straightaway, it's really, really simple. Because like I said, you have your arches, and you have your single crochets, and you have your arches, and then we have another single crochet coming up. So you can pretty much go on autopilot once you get used to the mechanics. So we did our arch of the double, chain 5 double, so chain 3, single into the arch, chain 3, and then into the next single, we need another arch, so double, chain 5 double. There we go. Chain 3. And then into the center spine, single crochet, because we started with a single crochet, and we're going to end with a single crochet. There we go. Chain 3. Into the single crochet, another arch, double, chain 5 double. There we are. So I got my arch, chain 3, single crochet into the next arch, chain 3, arch into the next single crochet, so into that single, do a double, chain 5 double, chain 3, single crochet into the arch, chain 3, into the single crochet, another arch, so that's double, chain 5 double, chain 3, and then last but not least, single crochet into the third chain from the bottom. Like I said, when you start with the single, your spine gets the single and your last stitch gets the single. And that is the end of row 9 for the repeat. So looking at the tip of your shawl, it seems kind of flat. Okay, that's why personal preference for me dictates that I personally like to end on a row 8 because row 7 is a little too poofy, row 9 is a little too flat, row 8, it's sort of in the middle. And as you can see right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have our stars forming. And when your shawl has that natural drape and stretch going on, the stars really come out. And I love this project so much. And yes, figuring out how to begin and end the rows and deal with the center spine, it took a lot of figuring and math figuring and tweaking and a lot of frogging, but I think it was worth it. But yeah, so there you go. So again, for the repeat, it's rows 7, 8, and 9. Personal opinion, ending on a row 8. And just keep going until your project is as big as you want it to be. Alrighty. Alrighty, my dears, so that is going to conclude today's tutorial on the Star Lace Shawl. I really hope that you liked it. If you did, please do give a thumbs up button down below because you know that I appreciate your appreciation, and let me know what you think of this particular stitch. I love it. It's easy once you get the hang of it. It's quick, and it is so light and lacy and lovely. All right. And as I said before, if you guys are interested in me doing a video on perhaps doing the star stitch done back and forth in rows, let me know. I did make a slight alteration from the initial pattern so that it worked out a little bit flatter and nicer than what it initially called for. Also, of course, the bottom up version of this same sort of thing, I can do a video on that. Let me know if there is enough interest. I think I can make that happen. The only real difference between the top down and the bottom up with this particular stitch is the absence of a spine, and that would make up the bottom up. I can still do it though. At any rate, thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed it, and you know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, and please stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.